What up, cucks? It's your boy the Hater up in this, and I wanted to do a quick video here on the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. I can't believe I'm even saying those words, you know what I mean? I don't have much to say about this because the event speaks for itself, so I thought I'd say two things. Number one, whether you like or you hate Trump, and quite frankly, I don't care which one it is, you gotta admit, Trump is built different, motherfucks. These are just the realities that we find ourselves surrounded by, okay? This guy gets shot in the face, right? I know everyone's thinking, it was only a graze. Let's be real. 99% of people in the world, right? If they got shot even a little bit, they'd start crying, moaning, bitching. Like, let's be real, right? So there's this weird narrative already forming, a bunch of fat nobodies being like, oh, he only got grazed. Oh, it wasn't even that bad. Like, shut your mouth. Like, the people that go to therapy like 5 times a week talking about how it's not a big deal to get shot by a bullet in an attempted assassination, and in the heat of the moment, who the hell knows what's happening? There could be another 10 people ready to shoot him, right? What does he do? He defiantly puts up his fist, and the picture is taken. This is going to go down. It's one of the greatest pictures in the history of photography. It's probably going to win every award there is to win. And it's going to be one of those pictures that appears on textbooks, you know what I'm saying? Where you open up like the textbook and this is going to go down in history and it's going to show this picture and how defiant Trump was, right? And Trump's going to go down as like one of the most, if not the most masculine presidents of all time, right? I know what everyone's thinking. I know some of you probably don't like Trump and I know some of you probably love Trump. As someone that don't particularly give a shit one way or another, what I do dislike is the fact that nobody ever gives this guy any credit, right? He pretty much circumvents all the tropes, right? You hear this a lot. They're like, oh, he's just a rich white guy, never had a problem in his life. Let's be real. Most people, no matter their socioeconomic or racial background, if they face this, they wouldn't handle it like that. They would be cowering. They would be like, take me out if you save me, and he didn't, He really is, for better or for worse, a man's man. And that's something that you can try to take it away from him all you want, and people will try to do that because they have tried to do that. But the reality is, he is built different, right? The things that would terrify most people, he takes it as a challenge. Like, it's actually, at this point, it's inspiring, right? Like, you can hate him all you want, but I don't know how anyone cannot be inspired by Trump. Against all odds, this cocksucker becomes president. Then nothing sticks to him. Then some neckbeard loser tries to shoot him, and he pretty much dodges the bullet. I mean, for lack of a better word, obviously, I'm not saying he used ninjutsu up in this bitch, but the point is, you can't take this guy down, motherfucks. It's really fucking hard, apparently, and that's good. It should be noted that someone else died protecting their family during this unfortunate event, and 2 other people, last I checked, were in critical condition. Now, the topic at hand here, we've got the shooter, and this is primarily the reason why I wanted to do a video on this, right? I'm not going to try to take advantage of this opportunity, to make a point that I haven't made yet. I'm going to make a point that I have made before, because this proves that, once again, the hater was right. You can look at the school shooter. I saw an article that said that he was bullied every day, right? And that you can just look that he's basically a little bitch. He's a little pansy, right? This guy's never been brave about anything in his life. And now he decided to grow some balls. And, it is ballsy, I'm not going to lie, to try to kill the president. It's fucking, there's like a few people that have done that. And I don't think any of them have come out on the other side. So, there's some ballsiness there. But the reality is, this is what happens when society is full of stupid people and people that are indoctrinated, right? It's 2024. The guy that tried to kill Trump was 20 years old. Now he's fucking dead. That's what you get. But that means that when Trump became president, he was 12. He was 12 years old. So keep in mind, this guy, half his life, has been the media telling him that Donald Trump is the devil, right? And he probably thought in one way or another that he was some sort of hero, that he was going to do something amazing, right? That his name would... He's stupid, obviously. There's definitely something wrong with him. Like, he thought that he was going to do something amazing and put his name in history books as a good man. But obviously that's not going to happen. Obviously that didn't happen. He failed miserably, which I'm obviously grateful for. It's unfortunate that innocent people had to die because, at the end of the day, like, he was trying to kill Trump, right? He wasn't trying to kill some random guy. So I almost feel worse for the random guy than I would if Trump died, because it's like the guy didn't do anything. Not that Trump deserves it. Obviously he doesn't. Nobody deserves to get murdered. But, At least Trump made himself a public figure, so, there's some shit that goes down with that. But think about what this says about our pussy-ass country, motherfucks. It's a country where people are so afraid that someone has different ideas. Even if the ideas are hateful or whatever, who gives a shit, right? You want to solve them by killing someone? This guy, I'm not making any excuses for him because he's obviously like a piece of shit. But I mean, I suspect he's like some form of retarded, but we'll see when the details emerge. But I will say this, right? I don't know what it's like because the hater is 36 years old up in this mug, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what it's like to have half my life be a complete indoctrination of how bad one person is. And when you do that, right? Even when Trump does good things, like I'll give you some examples, motherfucks. Trump brokered peace between Israel and various countries in the Middle East, starting economic trade between them. He did the same thing with Serbia and Kosovo, which is like yet another Gaza-Palestine situation, like in terms of tension, right? And these are things that he did that are the move towards peace. Nobody gave him any props for this. Nobody pointed this out, right? They'd rather point out the fact that he slept with a porn star and, basically just talk about fake things like he's a coward, he's a pussy, which you just saw. Like, you saw it with your own fucking eyes. He's obviously not a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine if this shit happened to, like, Bill Clinton or Obama? They'd be, like, fucking holding a press conference about how traumatized they were. You know what I mean? Different people are built differently. So, the idea is this. If the media is going to continue to tell you that people are bad, hey, I understand. If you think Trump's a bad person, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely not a perfect guy. Don't get me wrong. But try to question it for a little bit, right? Because the consequences can be disastrous. Now, I know that most people, obviously, the vast majority of people, aren't stupid enough to do what this idiot tried to do, and that is kill the president. But the reality is that people do try to do these things, as we just saw, right? And that a lot of people are capable of dumb shit. Like, I don't think, there's no way, even if this guy wasn't retarded, he was definitely very, very stupid. You know what I mean? This is the kind of shit that happens when you have nothing to live for because, like, society has, like, bullied you the whole time because you never learned how to stand up for yourself. His parents are probably douchebags. I mean, I don't want to, like, judge because their son died, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Don't raise a son who tries to kill the fucking president. You know what I mean? And every influence in his life should be closely scrutinized. I'm not saying people deserve to go to prison because, hey, if your opinion is Trump should die, I mean, I hate that kind of stuff. I hate when anyone wishes death upon somebody, but this is like America, right? So, but if, for example, it turns out that this kid was influenced by some teacher, right? It would be something that we need to know, right? I need to know personally why this guy took it this far, right? Because then I can use this information to excise the people in my life who might be close to this guy because, and this is the part that bothers me the most, and I'll leave it at this. I know that there's people out there. I don't think I know any myself because I surround myself with good people generally, even though the vast majority of the haters circle are anti-Trump. I have plenty of Trump friends and stuff like that, but I know that there's people out there that really wished the bullet had hit Trump. There are people out there that really think that this would have been a good thing. And there was an article I read. It was some pussy-ass, like, journalist from, like, Baltimore or something, right? And he was saying that his daughter texted him while he was getting dinner and told him about Trump. And he's like, and I felt the shame of wanting Trump to die. Yeah, you should feel the shame of it. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of human garbage. Even when Bin Laden died, which nobody liked, at a certain point, I was like, man, like, people are celebrating too much. It's still a dude that died. You know what I mean? And that's Bin Laden. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad he's dead. But, like, that's pretty much the only exception. It's like Hitler, Bin Laden, that's about it. Like, everybody else, it's like, you want them to die? Like, I don't personally like Joe Biden. I don't want him to die, from anything, even from natural causes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really fucked up the way that society is because I know there's people that wish that Trump died. And those people, in my opinion, they're obviously horrible people. They're not good people. And if you have them in your life, I get it. If it's like your parents, like, it is what it is. What can you do? But personally, if I had people in my life that were like, oh, I'm so upset that he didn't die, I would cut them out of my life immediately because this is the problem with this world. Ain't nobody got time for left versus right, blue versus red. It's all about good versus evil, motherfucks. And there's a lot of evil bastards in this world. But guess what? The somber tone that the hater has taken in this video doesn't matter because triumph, once again, triumphed, motherfucks. Good beats evil. You know what I mean? That's how it goes down in the end. And at the end of the day, they couldn't take him down. And as far as I'm concerned, Trump has just won this election and any other election he decides to partake in, right? If he wants to be the governor of Florida next, he can win that with without even campaigning at this point. So, it completely backfired and the guy's dead. He got sniped like a fucking pig. But anyways, that's what you get. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there, cucks.